Good evening, gentlemen. It is your boy Sirius, and I'm here to talk about various topics that I saw throughout the day. Pretty much me cruising through YouTube and various other media outlets, and there is some things that definitely needs to be talked about. Shout out to the Quartering and Better Bachelor for bringing this into light, because I was completely shocked about what happened in Ohio. Well, I shouldn't be shocked, right? Because Ohio shit. Everything pretty much happens in Ohio, according to the memes. But this shit right here, oh, it needs to be addressed. If major media outlets are not talking about this is a fucking problem. And it's not just because they're not talking about it. There's obvious health hazards that comes with this as well. They pretty much nuked Ohio. That's how bad it is. Let's go ahead and bring it up. And before we begin, let me go ahead and see who's all up in the house. The Talus was good. Easter Sunday. Sai. I don't think I've seen you before. Tara Taraba Spence? Taraba Spence? I'm pretty much I butcher your name, but hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to my stream. What's going on, Lego? Easter Sunday. Hey, it's been a minute, man. Hopefully you're doing good. What's going on? Of course, Frost, Messiah, Quinlan Voss. Pretty sure I said that correctly. Let me know if I didn't. Sai, welcome back. A Bit Dragon Ball, welcome back once again. Omen Odin was good. ZK Studios, of course, he's back. Dr. Magnum, having dinner with the fam. Hey, make sure you eat your proteins and vegetables. All right. Have a good dinner with the family, man. Spending time with family should be pretty high your priority list. If you have good relations with your family, you should make time to chill with your family, because who knows what the fuck is going to be happening in 2023 at this point. Who knows? I think I already mentioned Lego, but I'm gonna say it again. What's going on, Lego? Super Turbo Death Shot was good. Yeah, Yeet will be yeeted. Stan was good. Cuban Speed, of course, he's always one of the first people here. And Get It Done. And Alu, because I'm assuming I keep fucking up his name, so I'll keep it at Alu. That's gonna be your nickname. Let me go ahead and check if anybody wants to join your boy. Nope, everybody else is pretty much busy at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and share this stream, because gentlemen, we definitely need to talk about this. I'm gonna get through as much as possible before our Dead Chronic goes live. Damn, I'm having like a boomer moment, even though I'm a millennial. Can't even work the goddamn screens correctly. Anyway. All right, let me know if you guys can see the screen. Put them on the chat if you can see the screen. Damn it, I hate when they do that shit. Okay. All these damn ads. All right, I see that you guys are able to see the screen. Let's go ahead and full screen layout so it's better. Let's go ahead and read this bad boy. See, this is a way bigger issue than people like to realize. First off, I didn't even hear about this shit happening until 6-7 days later. That's already bad in itself. I had no word about this shit happening. I'm used to hear about people ragging on Donald Trump or some random SJW bullshit being put on mainstream media 24/7. But with something that is this catastrophic, no word. Crickets. That's how you know it's not good. It is not good at all. Especially when I get to the details, you guys will know why. I'll give you guys my opinion. And before I begin, if you want to support your boy, links on top of the chat, Cash App /Sirius. Any donations appreciated. If you feel my content is worthy of your investment, thank you very much. Let's go ahead. Let's begin. East Palestine. I didn't even know there was a Palestine in Ohio, but once again, it's Ohio. Train derailment. What we know about the situation. Norfolk Southern Railroad submitted its remedial action plan on Monday, detailing its response to the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, and what it plans to do next. In the plan submitted to the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency, the company said it will install wells to monitor groundwater and sample soil to the Ohio Village. It's way more dangerous than that. Way more dangerous. This shit is. Let me see if I can find the photo, because I'm not even gonna read all this. Look how gigantic this shit is, and it is full. It's full of toxins and chemicals. It's full of toxins and chemicals. And I heard that people that were nearby this explosion got hella sick. And I agree, Ironheart. I also heard of animals dying. The dogs, cats, various pets dying from these fumes. This is pretty much a nuke without using a nuke. And do you guys know how long these type of chemicals stay in water, in clothes, in crops? I'm assuming that these toxins gives you a higher percentage of having cancer or other ailments. No wonder mainstream media doesn't want you to talk about this shit. This is bad. Very fucking bad. And yes, I am going to correlate this with the other quote-unquote coincidences that are happening. Like the bird flu that's killing a shit ton of chickens, like close to 100 factories, whether it's chicken or cows, etc., that are mysteriously being burnt down. And now this shit happens. I don't know. I don't know. This is some very dangerous shit. This is high risk of death. High risk of death for you guys. And they know this. And it's crazy that I didn't even hear about this shit until 7 days later, 6 days later. This is not good. The government knows it's not good. People that are within at least 100 to 200 miles of this shit, they're pretty much fucked. It's not a good situation. I'm being real. I'm being completely honest with you. If I was near Ohio, I will have to wear a gas mask. Not just Ohio. I would have to, if I was near Palestine, I will literally have to wear a gas mask everywhere. But even then, that's not 100% safe. But that's how bad the shit is. Look, like 15,000 chickens burned to death around here. Out of nowhere, mass chicken deaths. You got. Like, come on. How is this? It can't be a coincidence. It can't. Bullshit. How is this? Like, okay, chat. Do you believe all this crazy shit that's been happening since 2020 is just a coincidence? It's pretty much a rhetorical question, but keep it real. Keep it real. Based on what you know right now, do you believe that all this crazy shit that's happening within our country is just a coincidence? Put a 1 in the chat if you say yes, it's a coincidence. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe no, this is no coincidence whatsoever. I'm putting this shit. I'm being light about this. I'm being very light about this. This situation is not good. It is not good. The fact that people had to evacuate or be arrested if they refuse to evacuate, you know the shit's not good. Disgusting. Disgusting that mainstream media is refusing to platform this situation in epic proportions. This should be frontline news in order to prepare people of what's to come. No, radio silence until the quartering brought this shit up earlier this morning. I'm flabbergasted. I'm like, why is this situation kept silent? How is this a coincidence? It can't be. Along with the shit ton of factories that are killing a bunch of cows, factories burning down to the ground, this random bird flu that's coming out of nowhere. The serum that people were supposed to take since 2020 are dropping dead left and right. When you add all these events together, gentlemen, you can't say it's a coincidence. It makes no fucking sense. Lord Messiah says Terrence Pop recently spoke about deliberate train derailment in the live stream. I'm not surprised. Like, come on. Like, we got to put two and two together. We got to get into the meat and potatoes. You know something is up. If something of this magnitude is being radio silent by mainstream media, you know something is up. In fact, I think there was a reporter that actually got arrested for trying to put this out there. I don't know this person's name, but I've heard from multiple channels that a reporter got arrested for trying to report on this. How is this a coincidence? And anybody that wants to say, "Oh, you're just making a big deal, man. Oh, you're just a trail derailment. It's just this, it's just that." Look at this photo and tell me that I'm making a big deal. Look at the photo. And what are the extra information? Let me see. What chemicals were on the train in Ohio? The rail cars contain vinyl chloride. I don't know how to say this. Butyl. I don't know how to say that word. See, that's how you know it's some dangerous shit. I don't know how to say that. Or that. Or that. Chemicals that I don't think it should be exploding and get into the air. Or in our waters. Or in our food. Or in our pets. Because, once again, the pets were dying left and right. The vinyl chloride contents of 5 rail cars were unstable and the cars were at risk of exploding, which could have launched deadly shrapnel to the air. To prevent an explosion, Norfolk Southern executed a controlled release of the vinyl chloride around 3:30 p.m. February 6. The gas was slowly released into a trough that was then set on fire, creating a large plume above East Palestine. Flames and black smoke could be seen above the village until late in the afternoon. The EPA says it is continuing to monitor the air quality. Was anyone injured in East Palestine? No injuries to the train crew, first responder, or community members have been reported, according to National Transportation Safety Board. I call bullshit. Anybody that was even near that type of explosion, I guarantee you they got some cancerous shit going on in their bodies. If not now, eventually in the future. Because if it wasn't a big deal, there wouldn't be an evacuation from around a 2-mile area of hundreds of residents being evacuated. See, releasing hazardous fumes into the air. To the point where they have to test the water supply? Come on. Come on, bro. Let me see. News Nation correspondent. Oh, so here's the situation. Uh, Evan Lambert was arrested for trespassing on Wednesday in East Palestine while attending DeWine's press conference about the train derailment. In the statement, East Palestine police said they asked Lambert to stop his live report because he was being loud. Okay, which resulted in an argument. Police say they arrested Lambert after he refused to leave the area. Really? I don't believe that one bit. The broadcast reporter was held in custody for about 5 hours before he was released. DeWine said at the end of the press conference that he did not authorize the arrest. So what the fuck is going on? East Palestine police officers and officers with 2 state agencies were involved, according to the police department's release. Lambert, who is based in Washington, D.C., could still face charges of disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing. Oh, because reporting something of this magnitude is an offense? Oh, I missed this shit. God damn it. Vinyl chloride exposure is associated with an increased risk of a rare form of liver cancer, as well as brain and lung cancers. Burning it sends, I don't know what the fuck that is. Sorry, I'm not good with scientific words. A toxic gas that was used as a weapon during World War I, and hydrogen chloride into the air. Yet the reporter got arrested for being too loud, wanting to have answers of what the fuck happened and why is nobody talking about this. And people want to call it a coincidence? Yeah, I just read that too. They intentionally burnt it and sent it into the air. Let's see if I can find that paragraph again. They got way too many goddamn paragraphs. Hold up. Oh yeah. The gas was slowly released into a trough that was then set on fire, creating a large plume above East Palestine. So who set it on fire? That's actually a good question. Who set it on fire? I'm just keeping it real, gentlemen. We're just seeing shit for what it is. Why isn't mainstream media talking about this? There's going to be a shit ton of people that's going to be at higher risk for various cancers from inhaling these chemicals. Hell, various house pets died from inhaling these chemicals. And on top of that, these fumes can get into various clothing, various water supply, various crops. Oh, it's not good. It is not good. But let me see what you guys have to say about this before I go on to my next topic. Because honestly, I cannot in my right conscience say that this was just a coincidence. Bullshit. Bullshit. And I'm glad that the Quartering, Better Bachelor, and various other huge channels are reporting this. People need to know what the fuck is going on. Oh, I'm always suspicious, but this is a whole new level of me being suspicious of what the fuck is happening. Because they're quick to they're quick to go to any type of law enforcement incidents, the mainstream media. They're quick to go over and talk to, you know, Donald Trump to try to, get him arrested or get some dirt on him. The mainstream media is quick to go after him, quick to go after Mike Pence as well, or I forgot what his name was, but they're quick in response when it comes to these type of things. But as soon as something, in my opinion, is catastrophic, silence. This is going to affect the masses, chat. It's going to affect everybody. This is not good. This is not an Ohio problem, in my opinion. This is a country problem. This situation is going to be affecting various people for a long time. And that's one of the main reasons why mainstream media ain't saying shit. The fact that I have to find this out 6, 7 days later, that's fucked up. And then people wonder why they don't trust the news anymore because of this shit right here. They're quick to talk about stupid shit on the media, but they don't want to report on something as crazy as this. If they want us to trust what the media says, get the fuck out of here. Let's go ahead and go to our next topic. And the next topic is about false accusations. Second shill of the stream. Want to support your boy? Link on top of the chat. Cash App /Sir Eudes. Any type of donations appreciated. If you feel that my content is worthy of your investment. All right. False allegations, chat. False allegations. Let me go ahead and ask you this. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that women who are, or men, but this is mainly women, who are guilty of false allegations and definitely something as serious as rape or sexual assault should be severely punished. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that should be the case. Because we got another group of young men of their lives being fucking ruined. They should be severely punished, in my opinion. Not just punished, severely. Because once again, we're living in this culture where the Me Too movement is a fucking joke. Let's get that out the way. And this is definitely very damaging to actual victims. Because I'm not saying there isn't any piece of shit men out there that does disgusting, vile shit, and they should be put under prison. They should be buried 6 feet under the prison. But now women, in the chase of validation, in the chase of attention on social media, they want to have that dopamine rush. They won't hesitate to throw men under the bus and have their lives completely fucked. And I dare anybody to try to come up in here to say otherwise. I dare you. Let's go ahead and go quickly through this article right quick. Another lives of two men fucked over because a woman was regretting having sex with somebody, was scorned, or she feels wronged by these two men, or she's just doing this because it's amusing to her. All three fucking excuses is so fucked up. I'm gonna read through this quickly, and then you'll see why I'm a full believer of people who commits false accusations should be severely punished. I mean, they should serve the same amount of years as the victims if they were found guilty. Let's go ahead and go through this right quick. Jury finds two former Ohio State football players not guilty of grape. A Franklin County jury on Thursday found two former Ohio State University football players not guilty of graping a female student in 2020 at a Northwest Side apartment. Amir Reap and Jason Wint, both 24, were defensive players for the football team when a then 19-year-old woman in her freshman year at Ohio State accused them of graping her on February 4th, 2020. The jury found them not guilty on all charges. Two counts each of rape and one count each of kidnapping. Reap and Wint broke down crying and embraced after the jury verdict was read. Yeah, because your life was potentially going to be ruined forever off of a woman's false allegations. What man wouldn't break down crying, knowing that a woman's word alone is just as powerful as putting a gun to a man's head? And all she has to do is fucking lie, and the man's life is over. Let's continue. Defense attorneys Dan Sabol and Sam Shemansky, who represented Reap and Wint, respectively, argued during the trial that the woman had consensual sex with both men, but regretted it afterward, and accused the victim's father of pushing his daughter and authorities to pursue criminal charges. Afterward, Reap and Wint told the dispatch they were relieved and grateful to the jury for giving them their lives back. I'm going to get my life back on track, get my degree, and keep on being a law-abiding citizen. See, the fact that this stigma is going to be following them for the rest of their lives, even though they were proven innocent, even though there was clear evidence of their innocence, that they did not do what they did. The court of public opinion is still going to have those beady eyes towards these men to be even accused of grape. That's pretty damning. Not only their careers were fucked, I guarantee you, various relationships with friends and family were fucked as well within these last 3 years. And you know what's crazy? That they conceal the identity of the person that's proven to be a fucking liar. But when these victims, yes, victims of false accusations, they were plastered throughout the fucking internet and throughout the goddamn news with no type of evidence, no type of due process. They were publicly convicted of being monsters. Even they weren't monsters at all to begin with. Let's go ahead and continue this bad boy. Wint completed his degree in human development at Ohio State in 2020, but the university withheld his degree pending the outcome of this trial. Reap is majoring in sports management and has 2 semesters left at Ohio State before he graduates. So the man that was falsely accused couldn't even get his fucking degree. even though he earned it. Ain't that some shit? I'm grateful Reap said of the verdict, and you grow through what you go through. Franklin County Assistant Prosecutor Daniel Meyer declined to comment to the dispatch after the verdict. Meyer said during the trial that the woman went to the apartment shared by the men, expecting to just hang out with Reap, but both men violently raped her at the same time. The dispatch does not publish names of the alleged sexual violence victims without their consent, but it's been proven that she's a fucking liar. It's proven that she's a liar. Posts her face everywhere so everybody knows not to mess with this girl. Post her face everywhere. Everybody needs to know who this evil woman is. To make these men suffer for 3 years, knowing that they were innocent. Her face needs to be plastered everywhere. Szymanski said Went and Reap have had their lives appended by a false accusation. Yeah. Their lives were fucked. He's had his life ruined. Oh, he had his life turned on end by a false accusation with evidence that was so lacking in credibility that charges should never have been brought. I agree. Where is the fucking evidence? And if she does have evidence, is that evidence actually legit? Did you actually go through the due process to make sure that the person that's being accused is actually guilty? Not because some random fucking 19-year-old felt scorned or regretted her decisions to sleep with the dude, or she just wants to have fucking attention. Let's go ahead and continue. Sabal said Reap's account has never changed. The jury did a fantastic job discerning the truth and contrasting what Amir said and what his accuser said, Sabal said. It took a long time, but the system worked. The system is fucked, especially with these false accusations. The system needs to change hardcore because this is one of many reasons on why men are being treated as second-class citizens. Hell, even being treated worse than a fucking animal. I ain't gonna read through, all of this, but all of this pretty much says that they got the evidence stating on multiple occasions that the woman that's saying that, oh, he raped me. She said on multiple occasions on the video on their phone that she consented. And the reason why they were able to get these evidence is because these two men, they were taught by the other athletes, right? Because they're football players. They were taught by their teammates. Say, hey, if you're going to be messing with women in college like that, you better record every fucking thing and you better make sure that they say on video that they consented to the action. You can say yes or no. It's up to you, but make sure that you get an answer out of them. Before you even get to that point, before and after the sexual encounter, you get it on video stating that they consent to the action. Those are very good teammates. Very good teammates, because guess what? If it wasn't for the teammates, these two gentlemen will be in jail for a very long time. Very long time. So shout out to the teammates that were looking out for them. But now, 3 years later, these two athletes, they were all-stars at their college, all-star football players, had a promising future. Hell, potentially about to go to the NFL. Their lives were fucked over a woman's word. And this shit is getting way too out of control. Way too out of control. And then people want to disagree with this. Look at what's happening at the gyms. Look at what's happening at the fucking gyms. A man is doing nothing. nothing but minding his own business and trying to work out. And then we got all these TikTok bitches. You're just so addicted to getting validation, attention on social media. Their narcissism is way through the fucking roof. And they believe that a man just breathing, they want to feel oppressed. They want to feel that he's being a creepy perv. This shit got to stop. It has to stop. What do I mean by needs to stop? I believe there needs to be a big deterrent. I truly believe that people that commits false accusations should be severely punished. I don't give a fuck about being sued. You need to go to jail. You need to go to jail. It's crazy that you can be minding your own business and existing, and your reputation can be fucked because a woman's narcissism is showing, and she's trying to get brownie points from a bunch of strangers on the internet. This is why my channel exists, because of shit like this. Somebody has to say something. Because it's not just us, gentlemen. It's about the future. It's about the future young men as well. Somebody has to call this shit out. Fuck the dating. Red Pill is also about calling this shit out right here. Male issues. Male issues are not talked about enough whatsoever, because guess what? A lot of these fucking feminists and delusion model women, they've never been challenged before. Okay, they live in their own little delusional fucking Disney world, and as soon as anybody has anything different to say, they feel personally attacked. They feel offended that you're not abiding by their delusional bullshit. And yes, I'm fucking heated because we have another two victims of modern feminism. You see these two victims on the screen is because of modern feminism. And nobody is going to bat a fucking eye. Except for men that actually has empathy for these two young men. Let's go ahead and go to this other story. It's a similar topic. Hate these stupid goddamn commercials. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard about the Michael Irvin situation, where a woman that worked at a hotel accused Michael Irvin of being inappropriate, and pretty much got him in big trouble with the NFL that he wasn't even able to go to the Super Bowl. Some random woman say he's inappropriate, but I guarantee you they didn't expect Michael Irvin to be like, you know what? Fuck that. $100 million lawsuit against the hotel and that woman. They didn't expect that to happen. Like, oh shit, we gotta go to court now. Just imagine a woman who Irvin met in Arizona hotel lobby accused the Hall of Fame receiver of misconduct. Irvin denied any wrongdoing, stating the exchange involved a handshake and less than a minute conversation before he and the woman went their separate ways. Why didn't she immediately? Did she immediately go to the police? I don't know if she did. But it says Irvin has responded in the form of a $100 million defamation lawsuit, both against a woman who accused him of misconduct and a parent employee of the hotel, as well as Marriott International. Yeah, he's never going to get the money, but he's definitely trying to teach a lesson. Former Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irvin sues Marriott, think that's what it's called, and a female staffer in lawsuit seeking more than 100 million in damages for defamation and tortious interference with a business relationship. Three witnesses who backed Urban spoke with Dallas Morning News. Get out of here. I doubt a woman, I doubt a man of that stature, Michael Urban, will throw everything that he worked for away for some random female at a hotel. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But of course, off of a woman's word alone, he gets fucked. I think that's the story right there. But he's the one that gets fucked over. They better have some video cameras or something. That was crazy. Oh yeah, that's what happened to him. Urban was ordered to change hotels and was pulled from his Friday appearance on ESPN's First Take after losing his NFL network privileges. All off of a woman's word alone. Where is the evidence? See, that's the big thing. Society, they love to paint women as these helpless children, but it's not that hard to march your ass down to the police station and file a report. Why can't you go to the police station and file a report? Why? Any type of evidence, anything to prove your case. Why is it just her word alone? That's the most fucked up thing. So, what's been happening in the court of law or the justice system for the last 10 years is 9 times out of 10, women are coming back to accuse men years later or decades later because of revenge, because of payday, or they just want attention. That's it. And they're fucking it over for actual victims of sexual assault and rape. Those are the people I honestly do feel bad for that actually went through the horrendous acts. Those are the people I feel the worst for because now they're definitely not going to be taken as seriously anymore because of motherfuckers like this hotel staffer and the girl that ruined two young men's lives. Actual victims are not going to be taken as seriously. Thanks to, modern feminism, thanks to actual horrendous women not being held accountable for their atrocious actions. I'm not fucking around when it comes to this. I'm not. Because any day, me, a male friend of mine, a male family member, can be walking down the street, minding his own fucking business. He could be in the gym that's trying to get them gains. And then a few seconds later, he can have handcuffs put on him by police. He can have his reputation ruined. He can lose his job. He can lose relationships with friends and family. He could potentially be an innocent bystander that's going to jail for a long time. All those things can happen to him at once. All because of a woman's word. No evidence, no nothing. No police report, no rape kit, nothing. So now modern women, they're seeing this situation happening in society. They're like, I guess I can use my word as an actual weapon. If I'm not getting enough attention, if I feel wronged or scorned, or if I regret sleeping with that person, I can just say something that he did some bullshit to me and I can fuck his life up forever. That's what women are learning left and right. And then they act shocked when men are getting their passports and going overseas. They're shocked that men are not, that they're not even bothering with marriage anymore. They're not bothering with kids anymore. They don't even want to interact with women per se anymore. Hell, I know men that actively avoid women at this point because of shit like this. I know there's other variables, but this is the main thing right here. Her word alone can ruin your life forever as a man. And nothing's going to happen to her, but everything's going to happen to you. It's getting fucking ridiculous in 2023, chat. And we all know this. We all know this. But somebody has to. This is why my channel exists. This is why Under Chronics, Hammerhand, Sandman, Replica Fish, Base Chris, etc. That's why our channels exist. Because men, we I guess we're not allowed to have a voice. We're not allowed to protest our situation. We are not allowed to, quote unquote, complain. Because real men shut the fuck up and they become obedient wage slaves according to modern women. And the state definitely does not want men to speak up because they lose a huge piece of the pie the more men decide to not get married or have kids. Because how do you think the family courts system and divorce court systems, how do you think they stay afloat? They're hoping that men fall for the trap. They're just hoping. Either way, whether you get sent to jail or you have to pay alimony or you have to pay child support, you will be an obedient wage slave one way or another in prison or through your paychecks. Fuck all that dating shit. This is the problems that we need to be addressed. And all these big channels that want to rep the manosphere or the red pill or whatever the fuck they want to talk about, this is not what they're addressing. Why do you think their channels are so big and my channel is pretty much blacklisted on YouTube? Because I talk about the real shit. They're talking about, oh, women like taller men. He, he, he. Oh, she's not yours. It's just your turn. He. Yeah, we fucking get it. We've been talking about that for the last 10 years. Let's actually talk about some real shit. But hey, y'all. I am going to end this rant right here. These are just things I want to talk about today, and I believe it needed to be talked about. Because holy shit, the audacity of modern women today, the audacity of mainstream news media, the audacity of the fucking government getting so pissed off, getting so upset, getting so offended that men, the masses, hundreds of thousands of men, who knows, millions of men are right now saying, fuck this shit. I'm not playing this rigged game anymore. And now we're warning other men, don't go down that same route. It is your boy, Sir Yudis. I'll definitely talk to you guys sometime tonight or tomorrow, depending on how long Under Chronic goes. But thank you for being here and listen to my little rant, what I had to say. Because this shit is getting out of control. I know it. You know it. Everybody else knows it. But they don't want us to talk about it. Because, once again, the state, the liberals, the Democrat, the feminists, they're all benefiting from this horrendous shit that's happening right now. I will leave you with this. Their protests mean nothing. Their boos mean nothing because we've seen what made them cheer. We've seen how they behave and act towards us when shit is going well. Think on that. If you want to donate, once again, links on top of chat. Any donations appreciated. If you believe I'm worth your investment, right now, under Chronic, he should be getting on in around 10 minutes. I will see you guys there in the chat, or hell, I might join. Regardless, thank you everybody for listening to what I have to say, because I do believe this stream, or you guys yourself, needs to be hella aware of what's going on and spread the fucking word. Because whether these people like it or not, we're the last line of defense of this propaganda war, of this information war. And if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. I am out. Peace.